Hi guys, and welcome back to another set of objectives. As you can see, it is now team of the season for La Liga, and we have two cards from the La Liga. So we have a 92 rated left back, and we also have an 89 rated striker, Mariano, and Reguilon. I don't know how you say his name, but yeah, he looks really good. 96 pace, 80 defending, 88 physical. I'm going to show you how to get these done as quickly as possible with under 100,000 coins. As I said, quickly in rivals, squad battles, all of that stuff. But before we get into the video, guys, if you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. As I said, you can do this with under 100,000 coins. Obviously, if you have more coins, you can buy more expensive players, which will make it easier. But this one's actually, I think, the easiest out of the 3 weeks worth of objectives that we've had. And personally, looking at this card, he looks like an end game card for a lot of people. Maybe not the people with the best teams in the game, but I think for a lot of, Road to Glories that started in the last few months, or people that don't get to play this game a lot, then this is definitely like an end card left back. So let's look at the first challenge here. Assist with a through ball in 2 separate rival matches using a Spanish player. Now, of course, guys, this is done with the Y button, or on the PlayStation, the triangle button, the button at the top, and that's how you do a through ball. And if you guys don't do them, that might be a little bit more challenging. But what you should do when you're in and around the box, and you can lay off someone, rather than pressing A or like to do a short pass, just do a through ball to them, and that way you can just get this done really easily. The good thing is you don't need to get wins. So let's go on to the next one. That should be fairly straightforward. Defensive delivery, assist in 3 separate rival matches. Again, not wins, using La Liga defenders. I think this could be one of the more difficult ones depending on your budget, because to get a defender that is good in this game is going to be hard from the La Liga, unless you have some good untradables. We've just had the Premier League. If any of you have a Robertson, a Trent, or someone like that, they obviously are a defender, and if you play them as, say, a cam or a centre mid, then they will be able to get these assists in 3 separate matches. We'll get onto that when we get onto that. But the next one, scoring Spaniard. Score a finesse goal in 4 separate rival matches using a Spanish player with maximum 3-star weak foot, which this one clashes with another challenge in the next set, which I know a way around this so that we can, basically get both challenges done quickly as well. But again, the good thing is we don't need to win the game. We just need to score a finesse shot, and we know we've done that challenge. In fact, you can just actually get that player off the pitch if you don't like them, if the 3-star weak foot isn't a player that you like to use. The next one, La Liga Lightning, score and assist in 8 separate rival wins using La Liga players with minimum of 86 pace. Now, at this stage of the game, pretty much every attacker has at least 86 pace. Even in the cheap teams, you should have players that, have that kind of pace. Score and assist in the wins as well, so you do have to win the game. This is going to be the one that is probably the most time consuming, but it will come naturally. What you should be doing is focusing on the other challenges as this one comes into play. And obviously we are going to be building mostly a La Liga squad, or pretty much all a La Liga squad. But let's go on to the next set of challenges here for Mariano. Again, this card looks pretty good, although I feel like in FIFA 20 the kind of stats that he has, the high strength and stuff, and I think he's got 3-star skills as well. We'll have a look at his stats soon, but yeah, they're just not that great. But for some of you, it may be good for fodder. The good thing is you can actually tot up a lot of these challenges in rivals, because all of these challenges can be done in squad battles, but it does say rivals as well. And because it's La Liga challenges from the first set, and it's also La Liga challenges from this set, it makes it a lot easier. When we had Fulham and also the EFL player, you had to do them separately, which took more time. So let's start off with the first one. Score 3 goals in 2 separate squad battle matches on minimum professional difficulty or in rivals using La Liga players. I actually think that you'll get this one done before, just by doing this one. So that's a good one. That's a stackable challenge. The next one is going to be physical forward. Assist and score in 4 separate squad battle matches on world class difficulty using forwards with at least 80 physical. Now, 80 plus physical it's not super rare. There are a couple of players that you can use for this. There's one in mind that is also Spanish and can complete other challenges. So I've got that one in the bag for us, and he's quite cheap as well. And then the next challenge, clean sheet success, win by at least 2 goals and keep a clean sheet in squad battles. So basically just get a win, 2-0. How many times have you gone into a rivals game and in 10 minutes you go 2-0 up or something and someone just rage quits against you? It's going to come. You don't need to stress yourself out about this one. Again, I think you're going to get this done before you even come on to getting this this whole set of challenges complete, which is good. Score a finesse goal in 6 separate squad battle matches on World Class difficulty or Rivals using players with minimum of 4-star weak foot. Now this is where you're going to get a slight clash between completing Mariano and completing Reguilon. I don't know how you say his name, I'm probably killing it. It's probably like Reguilon or Reguilon, I don't even know how you say his name, bros. But Spanish players with max 3-star weak foot, that means you're going to have someone with either 2-star weak foot or 3-star weak foot in your attacking force, and then you're also going to have someone that's got 4-star weak foot or above, and also probably Spanish or La Liga. So let's go ahead to the teams and show you a squad which can complete all of these challenges for a very cheap amount of coins, or a very low amount of coins. So here is a quick team that I've come up with, and I'm going to talk you through it. So obviously if you pick the most expensive for each version of these players, it's going to come to more than 100,000 coins, but if you pick the cheaper versions of these players, it should come to 100,000 coins or less. So let's start off with Rodrigo, 3-star weak foot. So that's obviously going to be good for the challenge for the left back, which I'm not even going to try pronouncing again. Obviously you need a maximum of 3-star weak foot. He applies for that. Now some of you may think, oh great, I have his foot birthday card. His foot birthday has now 5-star weak foot, so you can't use that card. You have to use this one to get the challenge done. And obviously he has the finesse shot trait as well, so that's going to be good for the finesse shot challenges. And also he has the outside the foot shot, which is one of the most OP shooting traits in this game, especially if someone's got a bad weak foot as well. Now something else you may notice is we have 3 strikers, all of them are Spanish, so all of these players are going to be forwards. They're going to count as forwards, right? Now with Williams, he has 2-star weak foot, so he's got 3-star weak foot or less, so he's also going to count towards getting those finesse shots done with 3-star weak foot players or less, which is great. But he also has 82 physical, which means that you can get the challenge done for 80 plus physical, which is great, and that one should come naturally. Of course, again, you've got different versions of this card. The good thing about this is you can go for the top version of Williams and it's not going to affect the challenge, whereas if you go for the top version of Rodrigo, it makes it a little bit more challenging because obviously he's going to count towards those challenges. And then we have Aspas as well. This is actually the scream card or his inform. He's actually got a couple of informs, or 1 or 2 informs and a scream card. You can pick which one you want. He's got 3-star weak foot, which is why I've chosen him, and he's also got the finesse shot trait and the outside the foot shot, which are both, as we already mentioned, great shooting traits. Now the one which you guys may find challenging, it depends what players you have untradeable in your club, would be getting assists with defenders. Now if you want to do this on a low budget, or you want to do it a certain way, what you can do is start off with, say, Marcelo as your left back, and then you can move him to, say, a centre mid position, leave him on balanced attack. It doesn't matter what formation, as long as he's in a centre mid position, or even a cam position if you want. He's going to get an assist by allowing him to go forwards. If you leave him on stay back whilst attacking, he's going to not really get forward enough. He's not going to be even close to the box really. So make sure you leave him on balanced attack. What you could also do is play Kondogbia in like a centre mid position as well, because his stats are great. This is obviously his shapeshifter card, because normally he is a CDM. And the thing is about these two, they're not Spanish, so they're only going to apply for the defender challenge. But both of these cards are very cheap. I think Marcelo's about 15,000 coins. I don't know how much Kondogbia is, maybe 50, 60, 70,000 coins. He shouldn't be much more than that. And then as it goes for the rest of the team, as you can see, some very cheap players. Semedo, Lenglet, very cheap. You can go for Ter Stegen if you want. Pretty much an all La Liga squad. You've got so many different versions of Partey as a La Liga defender. You could go for the normal Vidal if you want to stay on a budget. You've also got Muniain to help with the Spanish challenges. Of course, he won't have the 3-star weak foot or less ability. Now, if you want to obviously get goals with players with 4-star weak foot or more, you're going to have to start picking different players. All of these 3 are going to have 3-star weak foot or less, so that is when you will just pick a player that you've got in your club. It's squad battles anyway, guys, so you don't have to have the greatest squad, so I'll leave that down to you. So let's go ahead and actually look at some of these players and also the chem styles that you're going to put on them. So let's start off with Mariano, the lower rated, the striker version. This is why I think in FIFA 20, unfortunately, he won't be as good as he would be in a previous FIFA. On previous FIFAs, strength was a lot more important, which is why you had like a Barbo, you know, pace and strength was ridiculous. But Mariano, his balance is 86, that's pretty good. He's got some great stats all round, like they're great. But at this stage with Team of the Season, you can get players for like 200,000 coins or less so easily. You know, you've got Messi coming into about 300,000 or 400,000 coins, maybe even less now as I'm making this video. Like the quality of players that you can get for a certain budget is super cheap now. So that's why I'm saying that at this point in the game, he's probably not the best, but obviously it's a free card and you can use him, you know, as SBC fodder. 3-star weak foot. What chem style would I go for? The best one will probably be a Hunter, but if you're going to chuck him into an SBC, you don't want to waste a Hunter on him. So I think something like maybe an Engine. Engine's actually more expensive these days, so Hawk. a marksman, a sniper. All of those ones would be great for him. You could even put a Deadeye on him, but I think the extra bit of dribbling with a sniper, marksman or engine would be the best way to go. If I was going to play with him, I think personally that I would probably go for an engine just to make him feel really good on the ball. Give him a bit of pace boost. He gets +5 acceleration and sprint speed because he's not fast enough to get maxed out or capped out with his pace. So I think an engine chem style would give him the best all round and make him feel good in this game. And then for Sergio Reguilon Rodriguez, we have a bit of a conundrum. What do we do? Most left backs and right backs you would put a shadow. If they are already really fast, what you do is put a hunter on them. So not hunter, sorry, an anchor chem style. And the anchor chem style is not going to do much for his pace here. You're getting +2 to his acceleration, +3 to his sprint speed. The good thing is he's pretty much maxed out in terms of defending. It's only the interceptions that you need to worry about. Well, I say worry about. He's got 96 interceptions, not 99. But that's really not something to worry about, is it? 87 strength, 98 aggression. His passing's really good. I mean, his shooting's not great. It's the only thing he can't do. I think his dribbling's also fantastic for a left back. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skills. Does it matter that you got 2 or 3-star skills or 4-star skills for a left back or right back? Not really. I think if you can get someone like a Zambrotta with 5-star weak foot, then it makes a difference. But I don't really notice a difference between 2-star weak foot and 3-star weak foot. You should always try to angle passes in dangerous situations, you know, with their strong foot anyway. So the weak foot shouldn't matter too much. But as I said at the start of this video, I think this is potentially an end card left back for a lot of people, especially as he's free. It might make you feel like, you know, if you've got him done for free, that you want to keep him in your club. But he would be very good for completing SBC solutions. Just out of interest, I want to do a comparisons between this guy and Grimaldo, who I know is very cheap. Actually, that is not how you do it. So as you can see on these two cards, it might be quite zoomed out if you're on a mobile device or something, but the pace of Grimaldo is 3 less, his defending is 2 less, and his physical is 3 less. His passing's 1 less, but Grimaldo's dribbling is better. But in terms of defensively, the Reguilon card is much better. He's from a better league. And it is just a much more solid card. I think defensively, let's go to the interceptions and stuff. Grimaldo's 1 more actually, but then the marking is down at 85. The stand tackle is down at 89, which I think with an anchor would give him 99. But even if you guys need a Spanish left back, Grimaldo would be a great choice. But if you need a La Liga one, this is probably the best bet right now. So overall, guys, you should be able to get this done in a matter of 2 or 3 hours. If any of you are having trouble completing this challenge, I have a Discord group which you can come into and ask any questions like what team are you using? Are you having any problems with completing challenges? Some aren't registering. Sometimes there's a crossing challenge, you cross it and it doesn't count. So if any of you guys encounter any problems with this, you can join the Discord. The link is in the description. Something else to note, which I haven't spoken about, is the time we have to complete it. Usually we have 7 days. This one started with 14 days and Mariano has 7 days. So unless this is like a mistake, you should actually have 2 weeks to complete this. Not that you need it, because I think this one's actually one of the easiest that we've had out of the 3 weeks, or the 2 weeks, sorry, so far. If you found this video useful in any way, shape or form, please remember to drop a like before you leave. Make sure you subscribe as well, and I'll be back with the next set of objectives or challenges that they decide to release, probably on a Monday or a Tuesday. That's what I find EA seem to do when they release 2 batches throughout the week. It's usually a Friday and then a Tuesday or a Monday. Anyway guys, I have been waffling for too long now. I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.